At the very core personal level, I'm grateful that we are going to have a namesake for the Pitney family, specifically Gio and Nadine and Perry, whose hard work and dedication really got this mission to the place that it is today. But it was my mother-in-law, Nadine, whose heart and compassion for women literally moved the mission to establish a program for women and children back in 1985. And again, that was right across the street. It was called Christian Care Center. And so today we have a 30-year history of helping women and children in this community. And I was just thinking this morning something humorous to me, but when Nadine, I don't know how many of you knew her or had the privilege of having a relationship with her, but when she would get very excited or very upset, she'd start wringing her hands and go, "Oh, mercy." And so I can just picture her up in heaven today doing the "oh, mercy" thing as she was looking down at us. But I really feel confident to say that there will be no facility like this in the region, where 120 women needing both short-term emergency care for crisis situations in their lives and also long-term recovery can come. We are happy to be consolidating once again, and I know especially the Crisis Center staff will be happy to be over here on one campus. And again, as it already been said, the women won't have to walk over here for meals any longer. And they'll receive better care through our Education Employment Center and Medical Clinic. And yes, we will be increasing capacity, which means we will no longer have to say, "No, we don't have room." When just last week, the police called for a mother with her 2 children who was found sleeping in the park in this community, and we had to say, "No, we don't have space for them." It's been heartbreaking. And there will be more help for those needing long-term recovery. Little did we know that when we settled in this place in 1999, our neighbors across the street would be the Criminal Justice Center a few years later. But we have worked very hard to build positive, credible relationships with the judges and the courts, probation and parole officers, and that people are literally furloughed right across the street to the rescue mission for help. We are wholeheartedly behind the Transform Rockford movement in this community, but the reality is we will always have hurting people here. And we read every day, again, what already has been stated, most notably just this past weekend when the Sunday paper was filled with the epidemic of domestic violence and substance abuse in our community. And I really feel like we've got to come to grips with just who our neighbors are. The mission has been committed for 50 years to help the most vulnerable among us. We believe in second chances. Our programs work because they're holistic. They're built on a foundation of faith. We want people to come to understand what it means to have a relationship with God. And then we help them understand what safe and caring relationships really look like. We teach them accountability, and then when they're restored to wholeness, we help them understand the importance of giving back to the community that they've taken from. I'm happy to say that for over 50 years, without the assistance of the government or United Way, the mission doors have stayed open through the generosity of thousands of individuals, churches, and businesses right here in Rockford.